Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I want to send some words of encouragement to my Generation Z from, I'll say, this is for everyone. Let's target age probably 11 to 26. But again, this is for anyone. I want you to know that I am rooting for this generation that's emerging of preteens and teenagers and those who are in their early 20s. One thing I know is that those in their early 20s are kind of confused. For example, some of us thought that, okay, after we complete high school, we go to college after I earn a degree. Or if I don't go to college and decide to just get a job, what's the right job? I don't want to remain in retail. What is the right job? Because I'm working 8 hours. I got a paycheck. There are some nice commercials out. But after I have my fun, what is it that I'm really standing on? Um, for me, growing up, I'm a millennial. Growing up, I saw my father work, and my grandfather was working to support his whole family. Of course, when I was born, he'd been retired. But I had this belief that I would graduate from high school, find a job, work for 30 years, and retire. Well, that dream is dead. Um, I believe it was in the 1980s, well, 1970s, one person can provide for the entire household by working. By the 80s, it took two people working to support a household and make decent money. In the 90s, it's like both parents, if in the household, would have a job and a part-time job. And so now we're in 2021. Here's my encouragement to my young people. Find out your gift. A mentor shared with me, many people want to add more days to their life, but when they use their God-given passion, they add more life to their days. Find out your gift. What can you do that is effective, but it requires little effort? For example, I enjoy encouraging people. I can do it sun up, sun down. If I'm sick, if I'm tired, if I'm bored, I can do this. When you discover yours, now, none of us was born without a gift or without talents. At least one talent is inside of you. There are many others, but it will come through your own discovery through life. That's why I suggest you volunteer. Write a list of different jobs, different things, and volunteer. Because once you volunteer, you can add that to your resume to help build up your resume. They love seeing if you're applying for leadership positions, manager positions, they want to see if you have managed, if you have executed these services through volunteer work. Okay. And the references will speak for you when you go to apply for promotions. So there's two sides to it. You helping the community, but you also finding out what you're good at and what you're not good at. I went to a high school that had three academies. I graduated from Academy of Finance, but finance was boring to me as far as working in a bank. Um, and the way I am now, sitting in the office for 8 hours, is not Henry. I did it for 7 years, 8 years. It's not me. Okay. And when you volunteer, you can learn what you good at and what you're not. You might discover things that you didn't know you like to do. Um, what can I bring up also? So I encourage the young people to find that out. It's your time, okay? 2 hours a week to volunteer, 1 hour a week, it's not a lot. Next thing I would encourage you to do is to, if you're working 8 to 5, 8 to 3 or whatever, or 9 to 5, from 6 to 8, focus on your business. When you develop your skill, find out your skill, you can now now you can find out what solution can I bring to society. When you discover the solution that you can bring to society, people will be willing to pay you for it. I learned that from what I've been reading lately. You don't have to chase money. Find a solution to people problems. One person told us in a class, if you want to be a millionaire, find a problem that millions of people are going through. If you want to be a billionaire, find problems that billions of people are suffering with and find a solution to it. I would recommend you do that. I also recommend that you stop hanging around people who don't know what they're going to do with their life. You will resemble who you assemble yourself with. I'm not saying don't have fun times, but even minimize that, because you are setting up for your 30s and your 40s, for your 50s. And one thing that you can have is multiple streams of income, and that's something that you need. Also, I would recommend, if you don't have debt, don't get in debt. If you don't have debt, please don't get in debt. Make a habit of paying off your bills. When it comes down to buying a new vehicle, buying a home, and trust me, you do not want to drive a car for the rest of your life that needs repairs every 5 days. You will want to buy a new BMW one day, or a new Tesla, or you may want to be able to purchase a car and don't have to pay $500 a month. You can instead pay $200 a month, or even $150, depending on your financial reputation, and that comes in the form of your credit. Make that a habit to pay off your bills on time. What I would also say is, have a vision. You need a 5 to 10 year plan. Don't believe that things is just going to happen out of nowhere. You don't have to create it. You are moving towards being an adult, and being more independent as an adult will be the fact that you have to manage your own success. You will have to drive your own success without the help of parents, without the help of people who's not going to pacify you. You will now have to make these steps. And I know people, family members and friends will be there to help you because they love you, but there will be times that they may not be able to. And your preparation, one of the wisest men who ever lived told us to consider the ant, because an ant works hard during the summer and fall, because he knows that winter is coming, or she knows winter is coming, and she have to work hard. So during the winter months, she can really benefit from the work she have done. And during a pandemic can be a form of winter. The recession that took place in 2008 can be a form of winter, when jobs are closing, where food shortages take place and prices increase. These are the winters we have to prepare for. And if you are hoping that the government is always going to have your back, we have to have a realistic picture of it. We have Congress, we have Democrats and Republicans. There are Democrats fighting against Democrats. We have Republicans fighting against Republicans. Get this, if they're on the same party fighting against each other, then how are they going to come to a solution for us? They cannot. They will not be able to rightly pass certain bills quickly if there's division in the house. So my encouragement is establish and maintain your and govern your own life. Because trust me, rough days are coming. They have come. They came 100 years ago. Humanity made it through it, and they are happening now. And what I'm referring to is the Spanish flu that took place 100 years ago that caused some of the same things that we're going through now. I want to also encourage you young people to get counseling. Get counseling. Please do not feel like you cannot talk to someone. Now remember, people your age only can help you with things that they have experienced. If they're your age, they don't know more than you. They don't know how it look to see into the future or to be 30 or 40 or what it'll take to get certain things. They may know what makes sense, but as far as people who have experience, they can help you. You need yourself a lawyer, somebody who you can at least call for legal matters. If you also need to find ways to invest your money. Financial literacy is very important. They don't teach that. They do not teach that in school, unfortunately, to my knowledge, that what you can do with your money, having a Roth IRA, stocks, using Acorn so that the remaining amount of your money from every purchase is going towards in stock that will turn into interest and something that you can use. Finding multi streams of income will really help you. Saving your money will really help you, and investing. You making a habit of what you give. If you give 10% to your church, if you give 10% towards a nonprofit, okay. What's going towards your savings? What's your play money? What's your bill money? That's my encouragement, about that part. Now, far as when I brought about counseling, don't restrict yourself from getting counseling, because again, if you desire to get married, if you desire to just find someone, you want it to be the best for you, and you want to be the best for that person. And relationships bring out childhood trauma and even if your parents were married, the person who you're meeting may have different characteristics of different family trees. So the more you get to know you and learn how to manage you, the more you can make better decisions. Too often people wait until they are in the relationship and it's going bad to seek help. A lot of things could have been avoided. If you have children, understand you may have to work harder to complete these goals, but you still can do it. Just because you have kids does not mean that you are exempt from still reaching your goals. It may take a little longer. It may be a little harder, but guess what? Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible. When I was a teenager, I used to play video games on level easy. Then I moved up to medium or intermediate, then hard, then very hard. I knew if I could conquer hard, I can conquer very hard. So I went up for the challenge. Anything else I want to encourage the young people with? Pay attention to your health. Pay attention to your health. You're supposed to go to the dentist 2 times a year. Get a physical, okay? Take vitamins. Make sure you build up your immune system. And again, if you need to get counseling, go to counseling. Smoking weed is not counseling. Doing drugs is not counseling. It's suppressing what's going on. And I'm saying this because there's a lot of young men who are having erectile issues. And I know that this is for kids, but I'm saying how there are traps for young people. You're not going to suffer in your elderly years with temptations. This is happening even while you're young. Different suggestions going to come to you, but they are traps, temptations to downgrade your life or end your life sooner, or the wrong person could come in your life and pull you back 5, 10, 7 years. And when I discovered how some of my young brothers and sisters are aging, are dying so soon, someone have to stand up to love them enough to say, let me show you a better way. Let me show you a better way. There's a lot of fear. I know some people, they want change, but they're afraid of change because it comes with fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of being uncomfortable. But it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay. If you take a little step every day, you're making a change. And while you are young, it's something about when you're in your 20s. The energy I had in my 20s, I'm trying to gain it back in my 30s. My wife says that I'm still very active, but I feel like the things I did in my 20s was so much that I don't even know. I don't want to do it in my 30s. So that being said, while you're approaching your 20s, I know Miami and partying seem to be so fun, but also invest in, this is your foundational years that you setting up. A foundation is setting up the groundwork for your life where you're building up on. And if you have to be in school, if you have to start entry level, what you're learning at your job is going to help you for your business if you desire to go a business. But if you don't desire to work for yourself, even though it's a great idea, still put your money in different investments so that at least you can have more than one stream of income. If you have to, if you get a house just so you can rent out the rooms, I mean, there's jobs everywhere. If you just have to get your driver's license so you can do Uber, I mean, in the evenings and on the weekends, that's extra income. Don't just settle for this one income. Don't let people tell you you can only make only one income. And I'm saying this because once you discover your gifts, your talent, all these ideas is going to come to your mind, things that you see, creativity is going to start coming. I mean, whoever knew that people would love bacon so much they'll put chocolate on bacon or put bacon bits on top of a cupcake? You know why? Because they love it. And because they loved it, they found unique ways to express their love for it or how to bring it out. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to start walking in business, entrepreneurial ideas, inventions, books, content. One thing I know is that the content in media is very, very, very great now. And if you want to get into media, into arts, into government, into entertainment is just, I mean, that's easy money. If you can make someone laugh, education, the church, family, how that service families. I want you to go through all those different types and find out where do you fit in. Entertainment, arts, government, church, religion, family. Did I say any other ones? Media. Find out which one of those mountains you can find you that you're interested in. Sometimes it's like a burden. Like I just feel compassion towards families, or I feel like in entertainment, a lot of this shows on Netflix are boring. I can write a show. Don't wait till later. Do it now. All right. So I hope this helped you. Please give me some feedback so I can know if I need to elaborate on a certain topic. If I should talk about another topic, I'm here to serve. Thank you and have a great day.